Sports have the power to transform lives. I know because they transformed mine. My name is Brandon Steiner. As a kid growing up in Brooklyn, I used to dream about making it big as a professional athlete. Years later, I would create a sports collectibles and marketing empire based solely on the love of the game. I've done business with or met just about every sports icon around, and I've enjoyed the spoils of success. But now, I'm paying it forward with the help of some champions I've met along the way. Join me as I explore the remarkable humanitarian power of sports on The Hookup. Welcome to The Hookup, presented by I Love New York. I'm Brandon Steiner. Today's show is about an all-American organization that's played a key role in the lives of many influential and admirable people. It's one of those people that reached out to me and asked me to come to his hometown to do a really special hookup. Paterson, New Jersey is like many great American cities that are struggling while making the change from a manufacturing economy to a service one. Many of the jobs have left, and with them, much of the money needed to properly fund educational and recreational facilities. It was within this environment that one of Paterson's favorite sons was raised. Victor Cruz is the New York Giants Super Bowl winning salsa dancing superstar, and he credits the city that he grew up in with helping to make him the champion that he is today.
Big Giants fan.
Thank you, man.
He invited me to come see where it all started for him so that I could get an understanding of what this hookup means to him. What does this place mean to you?
It means a lot, man. There's so many memories here, so many people. I mean, just so many years of things that have gone on, not just in this house, but in this neighborhood, in this area, on this block even. You know, being the man of the house at a young age and stuff like that. So just a lot of great memories here, man. Basketball practices, football practice coming back, getting my bike taken away from me from right here in front of the house.
Just
All kinds
take
of
it.
stuff.
I mean, somebody just
take
came
it.
and said, I'll take that.
Put the bike down, I walked inside to get something to drink, or, you know, middle of the summer, come back out. I'm like, where'd my bike go?
When you grow up in the neighborhood, that's not that uncommon.
Exactly.
You know, at least they waited for you to go inside to take it.
And not take it while you're on it.
Exactly. But sometimes the older kids would come and say, I'll take that.
100%.
And
So,
you have to actually thank them for taking it. But not a lot of luxury in this neighborhood. Did you ever think you'd be standing where you are now, in the position you're in now? How does that feel?
Definitely not. I mean, as a kid, I just wanted to you know, build a foundation for my family and build a way to get myself to a point where I can just take care of them. You know, no matter what profession it was, no matter what it was going to be, I just wanted to put myself in a position to take care of my mom, take care of my younger sister, and make sure they were well off. And I think football was just a catalyst to help me get there. And but did I think I'd be here standing in front of you today, a Super Bowl champion, you know, with all the accolades and the impact that I have on my city is just really a dream come true. I couldn't have painted it any other way.
What do you think the hardest thing about growing up in a neighborhood like this is? You know, what's your message to other kids that are growing up and don't have much? What's your message to them?
I think it's just stay focused. There's a ton of great programs out here for you to be a part of, to continue to get your education and be around positive people, like the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, that's a place where I went to as a child that really helped shape the way that I am. And that's just little places and programs like that keep kids focused and off the streets. And but you just got to find them. You got to find the right people. Got to find the right nucleus of people to hang around to guide you in the right direction. That's the hardest part, of staying focused.
I know I was growing up at JCH in Brooklyn. Ben-Sirs was my temple. I mean, that was my place where you can go and get away from this. Was the Boys Club in Paterson like that for you?
100%. I mean, it was a place where I can kind of get away from the madness, but a lot of my friends were there, play different sports, whether it be table tennis, pool, basketball, football outside, you know, just being able to be in an environment where we were doing some really great things, recreation, building character with my friends, building my social skills. The Boys and Girls Club was everything for me, and it really helped me meet some friends that that I'm still friends with to this day, and really take it to the next level.
When you think about growing up in Paterson, I mean, talk to me a little bit about what it's like growing up in a city like Paterson, and how has it changed, and has it changed enough for your liking?
It hasn't been easy. Paterson isn't the easiest city. There's definitely, you know, a lot of crime, a lot of drugs and things that happen around you that you see on a day-to-day basis, even as a young kid growing up. So that goes back to what I said, staying focused and being on the right track. And my mother did a heck of a job making sure that I stayed focused and did things that kept me off of the streets.
Victor's mother ran this household, and she was a main force behind keeping our young Victor Cruz off the streets and out of trouble. Well, here we are, the brains of the operation, not to mention the boss.
Yep.
Tell me how it feels right now. We're standing back, you've seen this whole thing from square one.
Of course.
What goes through your mind when we're going back, going back from
The beginning.
the beginning?
It's awesome. It's also to be standing here today. It's unbelievable. I'm so proud of him and everything he's accomplished. I'm so happy that I've always kept him grounded and busy all the time, because today he's still living the same way. He's always busy, he's always traveling, he's always doing something, and that was my goal from the beginning, to keep him busy, to keep him, focused in whatever he got involved in, so that he would never stand on a corner or get involved with the wrong people. So I'm really happy and proud of, what he is today.
This neighborhood.
Yep.
That's Patterson,
That's
New Jersey.
common.
Well, it must have been difficult to keep him grounded. It was at a particular point in time where you almost hit a crossroads where you had to kind of step in and really kind of steer him in the right direction with maybe a little bit of force.
Numerous times.
There were a few times in which I had to keep him in check, and he would disobey his curfew, and I would, back then we didn't have cell phones, so I would.
I've heard that a little bit with Coach Coughlin too.
Yeah.
Man. I'll have to check on that. And see that. But you'd have to punish him a little bit.
I had to punish him. I would bring him home, and I would go find him and bring him home, and he would be on punishment. He wouldn't be able to go out.
How she found me, one would never know. Just straight mom intuition, would just know where I was and pick me up and bring me home and scold me. But it taught me how to be responsible. It taught me responsibility, being accountable for your actions. Someone sets a rule for you, you have to follow that rule and be home. And over time I came around, I got used to it, and it taught me how to become a man, how to be, like I said, held accountable for everything you do on and off the field.
At what point did you know he had some special stuff going on, not only athletically, but the drive, even to go back, finish the degree, know that he was somebody that was going to stick on whatever he decided and set his mind to?
Well, I always told Victor that when you do something, you need to stick with it and finish. Don't quit in the middle of what you're doing. You need to stick with it. And so, although he got distracted a few times, between high school and college, I still stayed on him and scolded him and told him, no, you need to go back and you need to finish and you need to do what you need to do. You need to finish.
Mom, how important was Boys and Girls Club, in this neighborhood and for Victor from your view?
It was very important because, like I said before, I didn't want him out in the streets. I didn't want him to, start hanging out or anything. So of course, since I worked so far, I had to, have someone, somebody pick him up so, he wouldn't, be in the street until I got home from work. So exactly. I enrolled him in the Boys and Girls Club. They would come pick them up and take him over there, and he would, be at the Boys and Girls Club playing games, doing homework, doing whatever he needed to do until I got off work and I went and picked him up and brought him home. Exactly. So it was very important. I'm so glad I did that.
All right, don't move, because when we return, Victor Cruz gives back to the Boys and Girls Club that helped raise him. Steiner Sports, the largest sports collectible company in the nation, is proud to unveil our latest product line, In Their Own Words, featuring photos from the most historic moments in sports as told by the athletes themselves, handwritten and signed to share their most personal career moments, with a collection of over 200 stories from athletes such as Don Larson, Mariano Rivera, Henrik Lundqvist, Brandy Chastain. In Their Own Words is not just a piece of memorabilia, it's a piece of history. Shop now the collection on SteinerSports.com. Welcome back to the Hookup, presented by I Love New York. I just spoke with New York Giants superstar Victor Cruz and his mother about growing up in Patterson, New Jersey, and how much his local Boys and Girls Club means to him.
The Boys and Girls Club was everything for me.
Victor's been giving back to his community by supporting the Boys and Girls Club through his foundation. He helped coordinate the renovation of the pool, gets the club recreational equipment, and is a constant fixture in the lives of the children who are growing up in the club the way Victor did. It was here at the Patterson Boys and Girls Club that Victor Cruz and thousands of other kids learn how to swim. And that's where we started our hookup.
Okay. I'm here on behalf of my foundation, the Victor Cruz Foundation, and as well as Steiner Sports to hook y'all up. This show is called the Hookup, and we've come here to hook y'all up with all this. Steiner Sports has been kind enough to donate all of this aquatic equipment that you see behind me for you guys to play with and hang out and enjoy safely in the pool.
We got mats, kickboards, and goggles for you to use as you learn how to swim. And then upstairs,
upstairs is a lot more treats for you guys. We got TVs, we got video games, we got a bunch of different stuff to hook you guys up. All right? All right, y'all get up, come get y'all stuff.
I can't even begin to explain how important it is for kids to learn how to swim, and unfortunately, millions of inner city kids have no access to a pool, or to people who can even teach them this basic life skill.
Swim skills equals skills for life, really, because these kids are now, not only are they comfortable and safe around water, but so are their kids and people around them.
Wendy Schwam creates community partnerships that serve the boys and girls of Patterson.
We're only one of 2 pools in Patterson, so our kids have a real benefit. That's why it's so important to have partners like Steiner Sports.
Swimming is one of those basic skills that everyone should get a chance to learn, and Victor's helping make that happen. But it's not the only skill that these kids will need. As I mentioned, the times are changing, and the importance of science, technology, engineering, and math in children's education is critical. That's why the $25,000 worth of equipment that Sony donated to the club's STEP program is huge. This club will be educating thousands of children from the ages of 5 to 18. And now they have a partner in Sony.
We want to make sure that their environment reflects the respect we have for their learning process. So in the STEM Maker Lab, we need to have learning pods. And these are individual stations where the kids can either be on their own with the new Sony equipment, or they can gather together in different kinds of configurations to learn curriculum-based learning or imagination-based learning, groups, individual, and so forth. So that's what we're going to be focused on now, is filling that room with the kinds of resources that they need to learn.
How many kids come through here every month?
Oh, every day we
day?
serve 1,000 children.
Every day?
Every day. So from 4 to 5, 1,000 children are doing their homework. And then from 5 to 6, they are self-selecting STEM, dance, art, swimming. And then from 6 to 6:30, they get dinner. And then at 6:30, they get picked up. So if you can imagine how happy the parents are to pick up their kids, their homework is done, they've had an hour's worth of activity, and they've been fed.
The Boys and Girls Club really plays a vital role in Patterson, New Jersey.
It does. It's a pillar in the community. It's been here for 50 years. And so, you know, I kind of look around sometimes and I think, where's the next Victor coming from? You know, the kids are bright and they are ambitious. They want to learn. And so we want to provide them the opportunities. We want to get the partners in here that can give them not just the resources, but the hands-on learning so that they know where they can get to. So Victor's a wonderful example, but he's only one example.
You know, Victor mentioned to me earlier about that this is like his second home. And you talk about, you know, the kids come here, they do the homework, eat, study, and then actually have activity. I mean, this is like a safe haven?
Absolutely a safe haven. This is a place where they can come not only to be safe, that's just the foundation. What happens from there is that they get the academic support, they get the enrichment activities, they get art, dance, and multimedia, they get to be creative. They get exposure to things that they wouldn't have otherwise, and that's what's really important, because we don't know who the next scientist is until you show them what science is. We don't know who the next Misty Copeland's going to be until we put them in the dance room and see what can come out of that. So it's really important to the club to have that broad scope of exposure for the kids.
Was there a favorite item that we brought today as a gift?
You're going to make me choose one thing. The fact that Steiner Sports was able to, I think, actually wave a magic wand, because that's literally what feels like happened, to connect us not just for the aquatics donation, but to Sony, who's now become a new partner. That to me is the most spectacular part of it, because as we've learned throughout the day, you never know what gift is going to touch which child. And so I can't really pick an individual thing because they're all going to touch our kids in some way, in some profound way.
This felt really great. I really wanted to sit down with Victor and get his reaction.
We just did that hookup. I mean, how does that feel, and what would you think of it?
It's a dream come true. I mean, this is what you wish for as a professional athlete, not only to reach the pinnacle of your career, but be able to give back to your hometown, to your kids, to make sure that they're taken care of and treated better and really learn a lot more things than when you were in the Boys and Girls Club. So that's my passion, that's my goal, is to get these kids smarter and excited about learning.
What was the favorite part of this club? Where were you most active?
I was active in that gym, that basketball court in there, man. It was just me in that court. You had to pull me away from it to eat lunch and dinners and stuff like that. But I was locked into that sport. We had a small league that we used to play called the Nets League, and we pretty much won a championship almost every year I played.
So you really thought you were going to be an NBA player?
I really did, man. If you asked me, I would have been the next Chris Paul or Baron Davis. But here's where I honed in on my skill and really fine-tuned my athletic ability.
But Victor, let's face it. I mean, I grew up in a similar situation. You were an underdog then. You're an underdog now. I mean, you know, that's a very serious injury, whatever. I mean, do you feel like almost you're back again in that something to prove, a little chip on your shoulder?
I do. I mean, I've always played with that chip, but I think, you know, being gone for a while and people saying that, you know, obviously fans are going to be fans and people are going to like you and not like you. So I use all the negative talk as motivation, the people that think I can't do it again. I mean, it's all things that I've heard pretty much my entire life. So I'm excited to go out there and play with that chip on my shoulder like I'm accustomed to, and really proving the doubters wrong and proving the people that got it right, proving them right as well.
You know, it's amazing the work you've done here, but what else does the Victor Cruz Foundation do?
Starts with STEM programming, which is our initial cause: science, technology, engineering, and math, and just getting kids acclimated around that, around those specific topics, around those specific subjects. Because my motto is, if I can get kids as excited about football, basketball, and sports as they are about STEM programming, then we've done a good job.
I gotta be honest with you, that's very unique and different. I mean, and I love that, and I love that about you. I mean, I just gotta tell you, the relationship with you, just watching you grow up over these past bunch of years is amazing. I'm so proud of you, not only because what you accomplished because I remember meeting you pretty much day one.
Yeah, pretty much.
And a little shy, but it's really just been a pleasure to know you and watch you do all the good work on, more importantly, off the field. So thank you. It's a joy to have the relationship, really.
No problem. Thank you. And I wanted to thank you for just being a part of, you know, the Victor Cruz Foundation, the Victor Cruz entity in itself. You guys have, like you said, been with me since day one and really has helped me grow my brand step by step. So thank you very much for being a part of this. I would also like to thank Sony for being a part of this brand, also being a part of the Victor Cruz Foundation. It's a true testament to people that come out and want to help these kids and want to help them succeed and giving them the tools to do so. So again, thank you, Sony, for everything that you've done for us so far.
All right, don't move. We'll be right back with more Victor Cruz, more New York Giants, and more hookups when we return.
The Sony Alpha 6000 camera features the world's fastest autofocus, 179 tracking points, while capturing 24.3 megapixels of rich professional detail, and shoots 11 frames per second with over 60 lenses to choose from. The future of digital imaging, the next generation of DSLR.
Welcome back to the Hookup, presented by I Love New York. We just finished an awesome hookup at the Boys and Girls Club in Patterson, New Jersey, and I was really moved by what Victor Cruz was doing for America's future by supporting boys and girls through the STEM program. Science, technology, education, and math. And something Victor said really struck a chord with me.
Is there more you want to do here?
Just expansion. Just continue to implement this program and get Boys and Girls Club across America to look as good as this one does, to get remodeled, to tend to the needs that they need to tend to. But obviously I wanted to start with my hometown of Patterson, New Jersey, because it's the one that I went to, it's the one that is dear to my heart. But I wanted to start there and really continue on to many, many different Boys and Girls Clubs.
Victor's mission to support the Boys and Girls Club of America through the STEM program was obviously a worthy cause, but he needed teammates. I decided to take what Victor had done and run with it. I found 2 more Boys and Girls Clubs in New York that needed a hookup, one in Mount Vernon and one in the Bronx. 2 cities that are going through the same economic turmoil that Patterson is experiencing. Victor's teammate, Prince Amukamara, heard about what we were doing and generously decided to join the effort. And once again, Sony scored a big touchdown by donating to the Mount Vernon Club
$20,000.
$20,000 for their STEM program and $5,000 worth of electronics. And in the Bronx,
so what we have is a suite of imaging products. You can see here we have 15 amazing A6000 cameras where you can take amazing still image and video.
$25,000 worth of equipment for their STEM and photography program. Sony also provided mentors to teach the kids how to use the equipment. I really just don't know how to thank Sony enough.
It's tremendous because it's not every day you get this opportunity to deal with a big corporation like Sony, and that they would consider us to do something special. And to have Prince come and the Giants, oh man, that's very special for the kids. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Whenever you get corporate organizations and professional football players teaming up to help kids out, what a great day. So here it is, Sony donating technology to help kids grow and learn, and Victor Cruz Foundation being part of it. It really makes it a great day for kids.
And Steiner Sports is going to continue this hookup by hosting an online auction to support the Brooklyn Navy Yard Boys and Girls Club on behalf of the Victor Cruz Foundation. There will be amazing and incredible items whose sales will help an extraordinary institution. I hope you'll join us online. Hey, while I had him with me, I also had to take the opportunity to better know the New York Giants' newest star, Prince Amukamara. It's always great to be in Boys and Girls Club. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it's fun. There's some energy that kids have that just makes you live again. Like I walked in a little bit tired from the game and then seen those kids and the questions they're asking and then got full of spirits again.
Well, first of all, was there a place like this for you when you grew up? Was this an important element for you when you were growing up?
Yes, after-school programs were huge, especially because my parents, they worked graveyard shifts, so they weren't there in the morning when we woke up to go to school, and they weren't there at night because they're working both 2 jobs each. So in the meantime, after school was done, we needed a place to go, so we went to an after-school program, and the staff there basically raised us just because we were always there Monday through Friday.
So after-school programs were critical.
Yeah.
Prince. Are you an actual prince? I mean, we've heard different rumors about that you're a prince. Are you a prince?
So to answer the rumors, yes, I am a prince, but I always like to tell everyone that it's not like Prince William and Prince Charles. It's not like that, and it's not like coming to America with the roses and all that. And it's just like, so back in Nigeria, there's a village in Nigeria, and in this village, like maybe 500 to 1,000 people, and most of the people in the village have the last name Amukamara. So Amukamara is not a common name like Smith. There's only, if you're Amukamara, it's very, very likely I'm related to you. So my great-grandpa, my dad's grandpa, believe it or not, I think he married 34 wives. So that's why, I said the same thing when my parents told me. So this is me just passing down the story. So
I assume you're staying with the one.
Exactly. I tell my wife I'm monogamous. I tell my wife I'm all about one. So that's why the village has a lot of Amukamaras because of that. And he was a king. So every first son gets a title as a prince. So my dad is actually a prince, and since I'm the one and only son, I'm a prince also.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Good luck this season.
Is there a dance you'd like to show me?
Well, I certainly do appreciate Prince's noble ways, and I hope you had a chance to see how precious our Boys and Girls Clubs are for our Boys and Girls futures. I want to thank Sony for being so generous for the Boys and Girls Club through their STEM programs. And my 2 giant friends, Prince Amukamara and Victor Cruz, thank you for taking the time in your busy schedules. And for all of you out there, I hope to see you the next time on The Hookup. And if you know of somebody that's in need of a hookup, hit me up. Let me know. And until next time, take care.